Mysterious Jackson here from the Mysterious Show here. And what I'm going to talk about today is Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4. I still can't believe that it's actually happening. Because when I made a prediction about it, I was initially joking. I'm like, I said, it'll be crazy if, they think about making this game and it being an actual thing. Lo and behold, as I'm watching the Battle Hour, at the very end, we get a Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi reveal. Because when you see the trailer, there's multiple clips of the Tenkaichi series games. And I'm like, no way. No way. And then come to find out, it's real. And then at the very end, Kakarot turns into Super Saiyan Blue. And then it says at the very end, a new Budokai Tenkaichi begins. Get ready for battle. I was like, no way. I was like, oh. Like, if you would have just seen my reaction, I was pretty much speechless. Because everything was happening so fast, so there was a lot to pack in there. But it was still something great to see. And I said in my tweet, it's a return of the golden era of Dragon Ball games. And I'm not wrong when I say that. Because when the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi games came out, it was phenomenal. Like, me, my cousins, and my brothers played it a lot. We stayed up all night playing it. When they would stay over, we would, make tournaments. And then as time went on and they made more sequels, it just got better. Like 121 characters in the second game. And then in the third game, 153 characters from every Dragon Ball series known to man. The only character I'd say that they didn't have was Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. But it had damn near everybody you can think of. And I was like, wow. The biggest roster to date. And that's why I think that even though this is the first game after 16 years, because this game came out when I was a teenager. But I digress. This is why everybody is so hyped, because it was one of the most beloved Dragon Ball games of all time for the era. And the expectations are so high because of what they have to follow. Even if you don't get like 100 and plus characters on the first go around, and that's not really a bad thing. But see, why the expectations are so high is because Tenkaichi is a beloved series. I mean, all the Dragon Ball games are a beloved series, except for some, but like, the Tenkaichi series, especially because it set the blueprint, and the roster was unprecedented. And even though this is the first game in 16 years, it's the fourth installment to a series that didn't really have a conclusive ending. That's why I say that the roster is very important. it's very important because if you start out with 50 plus characters, that'll be good. But Tenkaichi is known for its massive roster alone and what you were able to do and pull off in the game. And if you really think about it, if they play their cards right, they will ultimately have something over Xenoverse, because right now, for its time when it comes to current gen systems, Xenoverse 2 is killing it right now. Even though they do have some omissions, like Super Android 13 when he's in his blue form, and Full Power Bojack and Mecha Frieza. Like, they need a boost to show them that, you know, we can be a good contender too. And why I said it is, if you have a game like Dragon Ball Tenkaichi and pull off what it's able to pull off, it could be something great. But if I were to choose the roster, I will put some characters from each Dragon Ball series. That includes Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Super. And let me tell you why Dragon Ball Tenkaichi stands out more than Xenoverse. The reason why it stands out more than Xenoverse is because Tenkaichi, you were able to play with giant characters. And that's the one thing that Xenoverse is lacking. You cannot play with giant characters, which I find kind of dull and unfair, but you can only battle against them. But I get it. But if a PlayStation 2 console can pull that off, the PlayStation 4 should be able to pull something off in that matter. But it all comes down to coding, what software they were using at the time, and the software that they use for the Xenoverse games does not work well for giant characters. Like, you can go giant when you make a Namekian, but you can't stay in there for that long because then it slows down the game. But that's where Tenkaichi 4 would come in. If you play Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 4, it comes down to the precedent where it'll stand out and a lot of the giant characters will get played. And you have games like Tenkaichi 1, Tenkaichi 2, and 3 that were able to play with giant characters. Because there are people out there that would want to play it with the Great Apes just as well as battle against them. And what I would love to see is good gameplay, good online mode, and good netcodes, and replay value with modes. Because the more modes you have, with offline as well as online, you could have a great game. And the fact that they're considering making a Tenkaichi game where Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue, unheard of. The possibilities are endless for this game. And I'm really looking forward to this. Now, if they want to make money, do everything right, put it on every console, then listen to the fans. The better you do that, the better the game will be. Stay tuned for part 2. I gotta edit this. I'll see you later. Bye.